time to finish off the stream in a proper end of stream week fashion. Chat, it's Scott time. It is time for Scott to see what happens if you fire a rifle with the bolt open. Which should be very curious. I'm curious. I kind of have a hunch about what may happen, but I am curious. So let's go.
Today we're going to find out what would happen if your bolt action rifle went off with the bolt open. 223. 308. No lugs left on it at all. Oh my gosh! 50 BMG bolt action rifle. 27,000 pounds of bolt thrust with no lugs. Whoa! That was bad.
Boy. Oh, this could be good. Oh, this is going to be good.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today, we're going to perform some science with some bolt-action rifles. Over the years, I have heard some stories about bolt-action rifle failures that really make my neck itch. Specifically, bolt-action rifles going off with the bolt open. Basically, if that were to happen, it turns your bolt into a projectile itself, goes the opposite direction at the user, and as you can imagine, the results would be pretty devastating. Today, we're going to see if we can recreate some of these failures with several different rifles and see what our results are. I am very excited about today's video, so let's go get set up and get started. So you may be asking yourself, how in the world does a bolt action rifle go off with the bolt up? Aren't there safeties and features that prevent that from happening? Well, you would be correct, but the stories that I have heard involve the firing pin. Basically, the firing pin is stuck out of the bolt for some reason, and then when they load their next round in, the firing pin strikes the primer of the round and it goes off before they can close the bolt, and then the bolt flies back at them. Now, I bet your next question is, how in the world are you going to recreate that, Scott, without getting a new 15-inch neck scar? Well, today I have three different bolt action rifles. I have a 223, a 308, and a 50 BMG. All three rifles have very special bolts. They have bolts that do not have lugs. So what's that mean? That means when this bolt is inside this rifle enclosed, there is nothing keeping it in there. Pretty much when this thing goes off, it's just gonna slide right out of there. Now, this isn't exactly the same as if your firing pin was stuck out and you close the bolt, but it's going to be close enough, and I am very excited to see what our results are. So here's how this is going to work today. We have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso. We have a vise, a string that goes this way and then curves at a 90-degree angle for me to hide behind a truck. I will put this up against the zombie and lock it into the vise. I'm going to have the rifle placed more in the middle of the zombie because if you were loading your gun, most likely it's not going to be on your shoulder. You're going to be right here, doing everything kind of at chest and chin level. So once we get that locked in and we get our round in there, we are going to go hide and pull a string. Don't think things are going to go very well for him today, but for us, it's going to be pretty awesome. But before we get started, I want to tell you about Hold Up Display's ammo storage giveaway. They're giving away a $174 ammo storage bundle.
That's an American
$500 or more and use promo code.
Well, Big Dog, you're supposed to. This is supposed to. We are anticipating glorious explosiveness here.
This offer ends December 11th, so you don't want to miss out. I have been using Hold Up Displays for years now. They are literally the strongest slat wall to exist. Everything is made in Wisconsin, and this is about the only thing that's practical for someone like me who has a growing collection. When I get more guns and my collection grows, all I have to do is swap out my racks for higher density racks, or move stuff around, or just buy more slat wall. It is truly a modular system that I love. And
really, Needler, nice
on this giveaway. Be sure and check it out before you miss out. A big thank you to Hold Up Displays for sponsoring.
Yeah, it is Big Dog, and he's used it.
Let's go get sketchy. Okay, I have on my handy dandy safety gear, helmet, face shield, gloves, neck shield, the whole 9 yards, so we can get started. The 223 is going to be producing over 6,000 pounds of bolt thrust with no lugs. We're definitely going to have a good idea of what's going to happen with the other rifles once we do this, because 308 and 50 BMG are a lot bigger than 223. First up, we're going to put on our safety. We'll load our mag with 1 round. And we have to be really careful today, because not only is the bullet coming out this way, but the bolt is potentially coming out this way. So
hence the 90-degree turn off of it.
I'm going to go ahead and load our round in.
And to-boom.
Get directly to the side. Okay, she is hot. I'm going to make sure my string is on the trigger good.
Okay.
Now safety is coming off. Let's go hide, shall we? Okay, here we go. 223. See if we can get this thing to go off.
Hey.
Oh. Let's go check that out.
Okay. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. That was just a test fire. He was just basically testing it for proof of concept.
Well, that did not work out exactly how I planned it. I was a little bit afraid of that with the 223 because the bolt on this one was a little tougher than the others. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of meat on those lugs. And what's amazing is even with just that little bit left on this bolt and 6,000 pounds of bolt thrust, it still stayed in the gun. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. And this is a Savage, I believe. So I feel pretty comfortable with Savages now, that's for sure. But I'm not very happy because I wanted to see a bolt hit Mr. Zombie. I guess we just need to move on to 308. So now we have a Ruger American 308 bolt action rifle. We had a little bit of trouble with the 223, but I don't think we're gonna have the same issues with this one. This has absolutely no lugs left on it at all. So when this is in here and it's locked down, as you can see, I can still pull this thing out.
I was wondering about that. That's what I was wondering about. Like, okay, if the charging or if the handle is down, would that not stop it? But now I'm seeing the notch for the handle is very small. So, okay. Yeah, like, yeah. Because that was one thing, like, well, wouldn't you want to, like, to test this? Wouldn't you want to have the handle in the raised position if the whole theory behind it is that when someone is running the bolt forward, the firing pin is stuck in the extended position and thus triggering the primer. So why was he locking down the handle? Because you would think that the channel would keep the bolt in place, but I didn't realize it was this shallow. So yeah, okay, so, this should be interesting.
I don't think we're gonna have as much trouble with this one. I do expect this bolt to actually
hang on. Remember 718, chat. Just remember 718. I want to check something. Okay, no. There's like practically no channel there. All right. There's practically no channel there for the handle to be locked into. So, yeah, okay. Okay.
You expect this bolt to actually make it out of the gun this time, and we're working with more bolt thrusts. The 5.56 or 223 was producing 6,000 pounds of bolt thrust, while the 308 is producing 11,000 pounds of bolt thrust. I'm a little more
this is gonna be good.
Loading this one, not gonna lie. So we have a round of 308. This is a 178 grain round. Get that in there. We're gonna put our safety on. Oh well, it won't. It won't let me put the safety on unless it's loaded. I don't like that. So I don't guess I have a choice. I'm just gonna have to load it and hope for the best.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Oh dear. Okay, oh, there it goes. Get in there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is so sketchy.
Dude.
Oh God, that is sketchy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Like, okay, what's terrifying me? Look at the trigger. There is next to no, like, that trigger looks like it is a very fine, like a very tiny amount of pounds required to pull it. Like, that looks like it's maybe a 2-pound trigger. This is sketch as hell right now for me. I don't think it's hair trigger, but it would not surprise me if that's only a 2-pound trigger. And this would scare the fuck out of me. God, oh.
Let's go hide.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. 308, here we go.
Ma.
Round 2. All right. Let's try again.
There we go. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Fucking hell. Holy shit, look at that. Wow. Look at that explosion. And then bolts to the face. Right in the mouth. Look. I realize
blasted out the ass of the table. It completely blew its ass out.
I realize it is a nice, hard, cylindrical object, but this is not how you do oral. I'm just saying. This ain't it for you. God, there goes the teeth. Oh my God. Oh, wait, whoa, hold up. Okay, I mean, jaw is completely dislocated. That is full jaw dislocation. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% that it lost many teeth, especially on the impact. Look at the impact point. I would have expected to see teeth just go absolutely flying. And it didn't. Look, you can see the bottom teeth. At least from this angle, it looks like you can see him. I don't know, when he goes to inspect it, maybe we'll see something different, but...
All right, let's have
Definitely
a look.
dislocated.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, there's a piece sticking out. There's a little piece of the bolt sticking out of the zombie head. Look at that. It's literally sticking out of its jaw.
I'd say that was a successful test. There's the bolt right here on the table. I tell you what, before I go any further, I'm going to look at the slow-mo footage real quick.
A few moments later.
So it appears that the bolt did indeed exit the gun. Our mag also detonated, and then this right here hit the zombie right in the face. As you can see here, there's still some plastic in his face, but
that's plastic.
did quite a bit of damage. I mean, this.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so it took out where this end hit. It took out 1, maybe 2 teeth. I'm still amazed that those front teeth didn't get obliterated. That still amazes me that all of these front teeth didn't seem to get, like, damaged at all.
Here, that would not feel good. You would definitely need to go to the dentist and probably the ER. And I would say that that has potential to seriously injure you, especially if it were to hit you in the neck or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
308, bolt action failure, not good. I'm pretty pleased with those results. I believe we were able to recreate what I was shooting for. I am curious to what would happen to your hand if you were holding onto that bolt when that happened. But all in all, I'm pretty happy. Him, not so much. And he's definitely not going to be happy after this next gun. In case you missed it, I have written a book. It is called Boom Pow, I'm Braver Now, and it's about bouncing back when life goes boom. Not only am I very excited about this project, I'm even more excited about the cause behind it, because a portion of every purchase goes to the Parker Project that helps out families whose kids are fighting cancer. Now, it's not too late. If you purchase my book before December 10th, you can get your name or someone special's name printed in the book. And I went to the comment section in the last video, and I want to give a shout out to these fine folks right here for picking up a book. Not gonna try to read these off though, because you guys got some weird usernames. Crisco Disco. Be sure and check out my book, and don't forget, if you do it before December 10th, you can get your name or someone else's name printed in the...
How did... You didn't show your name. You didn't show your name up there. It's disappointing.
And don't forget, if you do it before December 10th, you can get your name or someone else's name printed in the book. Also, might give you a shout out if you let me know you picked up one in the comment section down below. Braver Now book.
No, Atanashi, because he put up YouTube names. I think these are all either YouTube or Twitter names. I know your YouTube and Twitter names.
Might give you a shout out if you let me know you picked up one in the comment section down below. BraverNowBook.com, link in the description down below. Let's get to it. So last but not least, we have a 50 BMG.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Rifle. This thing right here makes my neck itch because it does not have any lugs on the bolt anymore. So when this thing goes off, it 100% should launch that bolt backwards. Now the only problem is we do have a stock, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's still going to be...
I have a suspicion that it's just going to explode. I suspect that because it has the stock, it's going to throw the bolt back into the buffer, into the stock. I think the charging handle is going to maybe shear off, perhaps. But I do think that we're just going to basically, like, this entire area, I think, is just going to explode. Like, we're going to get so much pressure. I just think that the main upper right here is literally just going to explode in every different direction.
Pretty catastrophic. All right, we have this thing locked in the vise. I have moved our zombie up so we have maximum potential for entertainment. And I have a 750 grain, 50 BMG Hornady AMAX. And this 50 BMG should be producing over 27,000 pounds of bolt thrust with no lugs. Ooh, okay. So.
Is your neck itching?
I'm gonna load this very carefully.
Do we get the kaboom?
In there. Okay, safety is on. And now I'm actually gonna unscrew this bolt handle so that we have maximum potential.
Okay. This may change things slightly. Because now the bolt handle is no longer there. It's going to experience next to no resistance. Okay. I still think we're going to get a catastrophic unilateral explosion, like I suspected before. It's just not going to shear off the handle, so the handle's just not going to shear off and go flying. I still think this whole area of the upper is just going to explode in every different direction. And it might actually have enough force to send this through the buttstock.
Be Okay.
It may actually be able to do that, to send it straight through.
Let's go hide. Whoa! All right. I'm excited about this one. Here we go.
No!
So that's pretty sketch. We had a light primer strike. We're going to try again, but I'm going to try a different round. This primer seems to be raised a little higher than the other one. So this is a 750 grain brass round. Don't think it's going to make much of a difference. It's still going to be pretty spectacular if we can get it to go off. So let's try again.
Yeah, I mean, Shells, actually, you know what he needs? You know what he needs to do? He needs to get with the high-speed ballistics guys, or the ballistic high-speed guys, and come up with a little remote-controlled actuator that could basically, like, a rod goes through the trigger guard here, connects to a device, and then you can actuate so the prosthetic finger comes backward to pull the trigger instead of relying upon like the oh my god, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. And so you actually have like an actuator causing the trigger. Yeah, like a servo that will, instead of like the string thing.
Okay. Load her around in there. It's in there. I'm going to turn our safety.
Ooh, is the handle on it?
Whoa, yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. That was bad.
Oh, that was nowhere near as bad as I thought. Why? No, nowhere near as bad as I thought. Sure. No, he took the handle off. We can see the handle's not there. He actually took it off. We just didn't see it on screen. That was not as bad as I thought. Whoop. Oh god, we can't see it. Let's see. Getting sparks. God, we can't see it. The light's too low. Got that extra little bit of flame. Let me back it up to this, and I'll do it from here. I'll try to do it so. Tons of sparks. But honestly, the dummy just caught sparks and maybe the back hit of the buttstock. And that's it. It stayed remarkably contained. Remarkably contained. The bolt is obviously fucked, but the rest of the upper looks fine. Honestly, it's... His head kicked back because of the impact. Because don't forget, because of the pressure of forcing the entire body back, it of course caused the head to whip back. But the rest of it stayed remarkably well together. Really well. I'm surprised. I am very surprised. Oh yeah, absolute brown pants moment, without a doubt.
Okie dokie. Well, he's on the ground, but I think he may be okay. The bolt is actually still inside this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say that if your hand was on that bolt, 100%
yeah, if the
your
hand was,
hand's gonna be
yeah.
broken. I mean, as you can see, this thing is completely bent sideways. And then, if you look right here, I mean, it is crammed in there and bent and dented inside there. And that took a lot of force to do that. I don't know how the heck I'm even going to get that out of there. This is definitely a wall hanger now. And I would say if that bolt wasn't encapsulated inside this, that 100% probably would have went through the zombie's chest. All in all, I would say that was a pretty successful test. I really wish though that this would have completely came out the back of the gun. So maybe we need to redo this test one day, but we use a bolt action 50 BMG where the bolt is actually kind of setting on top of the stock or a little more exposed. And I bet it'd fly right out of there like a torpedo. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something. What are some other gun science experiments that you would like to see on this channel? As for this gun, I think I'm going to have a hard time getting that bolt out of there, but I would probably have a better go at it if I would have gotten my start in firearms technology at SCI. If you want to check them out,
there it is. There it is.
Down below. Otherwise, I guess I'll just use this thing for breaking tables. Actually, this is pretty good. I kind of like this. Hey, give this video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure and check me out on all other social media platforms. If you want to pick up a shirt, there's a link in the description down below to KentuckyBallistics.com. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. And I'll see you next time. That actually makes a pretty good handle.
Bam! Chop that wood, Scott. Chop that wood.
I like that. It's still got a good use, yeah.
Leroy Jenkins. Wow. Honestly, I was really surprised about the 50. That legitimately surprised me that it was able to that it didn't cause more damage to upper. That was a really well constructed 50 bolt action. Really nicely done. Color me impressed. I am impressed by that.